Hello everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to teach y'all how to create your very own comic book from scratch. Comics are something I've been collecting and making for a very long time, and I'm excited about showing this to you. The first step is to look for some inspiration, and that can come from many sources. So we could look in a big Western source like a Marvel or DC comic. Here we've got some Spider-Man and Iron Man, some of my very favorite characters to look for inspiration for. You can also look for some inspiration in some independent comics, like this big compendium of Invincible, but I'm afraid I'm not going to show you any more pages of that one. You could also look at some international sources, like some manga. This is some Dragon Ball Z, some of my very favorite pages from that. And no, I'm not illiterate. Since it's from Japan, I am reading it from right to left. Once you have collected all of your inspiration, it's time to start the drawing process. And so you gather your materials. Those are the ones I use at the bottom. And I really like to put this drawing guide on in my Procreate because it puts this grid on the canvas, and it's really helpful in the first step, which is paneling. And that's exactly what it sounds like. We're going to go through each page and we're going to create the panels that make up the pictures on the page. And so it is a long process that you can kind of play with and have a lot of fun with, determining the web of the story and how it flows. And once you've done that, it is now time to begin filling them in. And so we're going to storyboard these first. You can do it in different ways depending on the size of the panel. Like this one up here at the top is not very big, and so it's not really going to be worth my time to make a sketch in it. So I can just write a word on there of what I want to play with, what idea I'm thinking of. But on this bigger panel, it's more pivotal of a moment, and so I'm going to make a sketch of what I want. In this case, it's going to be a close-up of a character face. It just really gives these characters a chance to shine, and I'm going to go through, obviously, all of these and perfect them slowly, line by line by line, and page by page, panel by panel, until we get a drawing. Ta-da! And now begins the long, arduous process, the rinse and repeat of the line by line, drawing by drawing, panel by panel, until we get to page by page. And this next step is optional. This is what I do in order to get hard copies of my comic. So I'm going to select them all, and I'm going to gather them all up into a file, and we're going to use a familiar software to send them off to a buddy of mine in Nashville that I do this business with. We're going to use WeTransfer, send them all to him, and he's going to send them off to the publishing company in Nashville. Thanks, Brad, and thank you guys for watching.